Science of class 11. We are continuing the federalism, and the topic is provisions which make India a unitary in nature. You know, Indian federalism is a centralized federalism. Centralized federalism means center is more powerful than the state governments. So, where the center is provided with more powers than the state governments. So, it is the combination of both unitary and federal features, and it is the result of many factors. This unique feature is due to the following features, like existence of one party, that was Congress. So its rule of Congress from 1947 up to 1990s. Then mode of development is also by the central government under the National Planning or Planning Commission, which is under the chairmanship of the Prime Minister, and the planning is done at national level for all the states. So because of this reason also, that is more centralized in nature, the federal system in India. Then foreign aggression, because of the foreign aggressions also we have faced many times, like in 1962 by China and by Pakistan in 65 and then 1971. Then imposition of emergency that was imposed in the year 1975, and because of the rule by the leaders of Congress party like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Mrs. Indira Gandhi for quite long time. So that system was prevailing since long. Now we see what are the provisions that make India a unitary in nature. I would like to tell you again here, unitary means where the power is centralized in one center, and federal where the power is divided between the union government and the state governments. Here we see that state governments are also there and they are also having some powers to be exercised. But we see, in spite of all these things, the union government, the central government or the center is more powerful. How? That we are going to discuss now. First of all, we will compare it with actual or real federal system. And the example we have taken is of the United States of America, USA. So we have single constitution. Okay, we have single constitution and it is to be followed by all the state governments also. Whereas USA, a federal state, there all the states have their own constitution. So we have one constitution for the entire country, for all the states. Then power to change the name and boundaries of the states is in the hands of the parliament, and that works in the center. So new states can be formed by the parliament and the names can also be changed, if any, by the center. Like we, our own state, Uttarakhand, is also the example of the formation of a new state. Along with that, Telangana, Chhattisgarh, etc. Then we have single citizenship. Single citizenship means here in our country, no matter which state we live in, we reside in, we all are Indians and we all enjoy the same rights and we follow the same duties. Whereas in USA, in actual or real federalism, there is dual citizenship. One citizenship of the state, in which state here, the constituent state, which is a part of the country. Okay, one citizenship of that state where the person is living in, and the other is of the union. Okay, whereas in our country we have one single citizenship only. Then another feature that makes Indian federalism more centralized is single judiciary. We have the network of judiciary, but with the apex what at the apex, what is there? Supreme Court. Okay, we have integrated single judicial system. We have subordinate courts, we have district courts, but on the top of all these, or on the apex or on the top, there is Supreme Court, which is above all. And all these work under the supervision of the Supreme Court. Then governor, who is appointed in the states by the president, and the president is from central government. So governor as an agent of the center, and he is appointed by the president of India, and he keeps on informing all the administrative activities going on in the state. Then another feature is special power of the Rajya Sabha. Here, this is related to the legislative power of the state and central government. So here the Rajya Sabha has special power. If it feels, or Rajya Sabha passes a resolution to make law on the subject which is otherwise to be made framed by the state government, and if the Rajya Sabha thinks that this particular subject of state list is of national importance, so on that subject the state government will no more make any law, but the central government will make law. So that can be changed from state list to union list if such resolution is passed by 2/3 majority of the members of Rajya Sabha. So here also Rajya Sabha is in the union level, so that is more powerful and can declare any subject of national importance. And once the subject is of national importance, the legislation, the law making will be done by the central government and not by the state government. Alright. Then another feature is financial dependency of the state. Yes, in order to implement the policies, the programs for development, money is required, finance is required, and that money, to a large extent or huge amount of money in the form of aid, grant, help, is given by the center to different states according to the needs and requirement. So for that, the state governments depend upon the central government or union government for financial support or for finance. Then another feature is integrated administrative system. This is regarding the bureaucracy, the civil service. So here the IAS or IPS, they are serving in states, but they are not under the control of the state governments. They cannot be checked by the state governments. Any disciplinary action, if it is to be taken, will not be taken by the state government where they are serving, but by the union government. So IAS and IPS who serve in different states are under the control of the center and not under the control of the union government. So in this way we see that these are the reasons or provisions that make Indian federalism as more unitary in nature or centralized federalism. Thank you.